Hello, what is up? What is going on, folks? Yeah, so this is VR Game Rankings YouTube channel. What a blast from the past, guys. I believe this is live. I haven't done this in such a long time. It does say the internet can totally see you now. To stop, use your encoder. Okay, yeah, I haven't done one of these live streams in so incredibly long. Where usually what I do is I set up an event. And so I don't normally, I got to pop my chat out. Not that there is anybody in chat. Like, no one has any idea that I'm doing this. So if somebody finds this randomly, it's going to be exciting to see if anybody just happens to find this randomly. But basically, what I'm doing over here, guys, is I wanted to work on VRGameRankings.com. And I've thought about doing this a number of different times. I've thought about doing what I would call a work stream. So what is a work stream? A work stream is, so I just added the chat URL into this little box. But yeah, like I said, look, no one has any idea that I'm over here. No one has any idea that I'm doing this. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I want to try to get my window situated a little bit better. Okay, that should work pretty good there. Let's lock this in place. Okay, so basically what I'm doing right now is I am working on the website VR Game Rankings. Now, honestly, I have unlimited amount of work that I need to do on this website. Oh my God, James Hall. James Hall. Is this Jim Hall? Is Jim Hall James Hall, or is James Hall a different person? Wow, that's funny. So we actually have somebody that joined us for the very first time. Yeah, so this is a work stream, which this is a test of the National Broadcasting System. This is only a test. Please understand that this is just a test. And also understand that this is not entertainment. It's not entertaining. I am going to work. Yeah, I'm working on the website. Okay, VR Spry Guy has jumped. Okay, so that is not Jim Hall. Okay, so James Hall is he is his own individual. He is not a clone. Okay, so anyway, what am I doing right now, guys? Well, whoops, let me get this situated right here. So this is VR Game Rankings, and this is the top 20 most wanted Oculus Quest games. And what I'm looking for here is, so when I move my cursor around, see how it turns into a hand? It turns into a hand because I can click on Vacation Simulator, Alchemy Labs. For example, if I click on this, it should pop up the Vacation Simulator game profile page for the Oculus Quest. This is for the Oculus Quest. So that is the game profile page that is linked to Vacation Simulator. I have one for the Climb. I have one for Pavlov VR. I have one for Racket NX. I have one for Nostos. I have one for Pixel Ripped. I have one for 11 Table Tennis. I have one for Phantom Covert Ops. I've got one for Shadow Legend, Sariento, Chronos. Well, you know what? Okay, Fuji. See, I don't have, see when I put this cursor on Fuji, it doesn't link to anything because I don't have a game profile page for Fuji. So what I'm going to have to do is make a game profile page for Fuji. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to put this over here. And yeah, this is going to be one of the most boring kind of episodes you could ever possibly imagine. But, you know, it is what it is. So I've got to go ahead and actually, let's see, what I need to do now is let me close all these other windows out. Okay, so what I'm going to go ahead and do now is I'm going to open up my Wix browser, which I got to minimize this for a second. I'm going to open up Wix, or wait, I got to open up Chrome because I use Wix from Chrome, and then we'll pop this back up, and I will go to my website in the Wix browser. Okay, I got to sign in. Let's see if this will log me in, or did I change the password? Okay, no, that logged me in. Okay, so I am getting into my website now, and what I'm going to have to do is I am going to have to make a game profile page for Fuji. So how do we do this? What is the process? Well, I mean, the first thing I need is I need a logo. I need a logo, I need a picture, I need some basic things. So we're going to go ahead and look up Fuji VR Steam. That might have been a few too many I's right there. But yeah, this is a work stream. And so basically, the idea that I had is like people can ask questions about things if they want. In the live stream, I'll be checking on it every so often, and I might comment on it every once in a while. So this is Fuji. And so they have that logo there. Obviously, I can go to the website for Funktronic Labs. That's usually what I do is I go over to the website and then we go ahead and get our images directly from the horse's mouth from the website of the developer. That's usually the best way to go about it. But let's see, I'm going into my VRGR folder. Okay, Fuji logo 4. Okay, so we just start off with Fuji logo 4. Hussein X is checking in, and Tom Lloyd. Yeah, this is a blast from the past. So basically what I'm doing, for those that don't know, I should probably put on like some music or something, huh? Although I don't have any like music ready that I could go to. But basically what I'm doing here is something that I'm calling a work stream. I've thought about this a number of times, and I've thought about working on VR game rankings while doing a stream. And I'm not, see, the thing is, I kind of was thinking about this, and I'm like, I can't really show people my Wix editor because it might give up some information that I shouldn't be giving up, or, you know, there could be some problem with that. So basically, I'm not gonna have the window open over there. But let's see, what was I gonna do right about now? So Fuji. So I'm making a new page for Fuji, and then we will link the page for Fuji. And yeah, this is the kind of boring stuff that I have to do for VR game rankings. Play an OBOE maybe. What is that? What is an OBOE? Out of body experience. Okay, so we're creating a page for Fuji. And yeah, this is probably not interesting. This is probably going to be a horrible test. That is not interesting for anybody. Because, I mean, well, if I was showing you guys exactly what I'm doing right now, like in my editor, that might actually be slightly interesting. But the downside is that I would be giving away too much information. I mean, well, I'd be getting into some kind of sketchy categories here. So that's probably why I shouldn't do that. So I'll just have to talk about stuff. But see, sometimes what I'm going to be doing is I'm just going to be like looking up games and trying to find out what game is what, trying to find out where the trailers are, things like that. And then I would be working more in the browser that you guys would be able to see, and then that would kind of make some sense. So it's just going to have to be me basically just talking about miscellaneous nonsense. Probably a dumb idea. This test will probably not be continued. Okay, so I found my Fuji logo now that I downloaded off the website there. And so what I'm going to do now is I've got to slightly edit the logo to be able to put it into my setup to make a game profile page for it. So I am going to slightly edit this logo and pop it like this. That's probably good. Okay, file, export, and we'll do this as 4P, export, export. And then we can close this out, discard changes, close out. Okay, so now I will add it over here to my VR Game Rankings editor. And image uploads. And I will grab Fuji off of my computer. I've got to grab the logo for Fuji off of my computer. Then once I have that off of my computer, then I can add it into the Wix system. Yeah, so I've been really slipping. I can talk a little bit about vrgamerankings.com, the website. Like, see, originally that was the whole thing. Like, what people don't realize is I'm not a YouTuber. I mean, I was never a YouTuber. I was only doing YouTube to try to promote VR Game Rankings, the website. And so I had this website. Lots of people don't know about it. You know, it was flying under the radar in a major way. And I thought that if I created a YouTube channel and if I had some of the same topics, you know. Okay, so what I don't know now, so I've got Fuji. Okay, I've got it over there. Now we need a picture. I need just a standard image for Fuji, which I already have an image for Fuji, so I'm good there. I already got an image. Okay. Now we need a Fuji trailer. Okay, so I always try to go to the source. So here we are. We are on the Steam page for Fuji. So now we're going to go to YouTube, our favorite place. YouTube, brah. Let's go to YouTube. Okay, this is, it's at 170, so let's get it back to 100% here. Okay, so now let's look at Funktronic Labs. Yeah, so when I want to get a trailer for something, okay, so here it is, the announcement trailer, Funktronic Labs. This is the legit trailer here. I want to go to the source. I want to grab it from the source. So I copy that link there, copy that YouTube link, and then in my game profile page for this, we do have, we do put trailers there. And so I just copy and paste this trailer in and bada boom, bada bing. And that didn't seem to work, so I will try it again. Paste and enter. There we go. Okay, so now I've got the title, I've got the picture, I've got the trailer. So that's pretty good. What I don't have is like the publisher and the developer. And I believe publisher and developer. Actually, you know, we could check. Why don't we check? Well, we can go back to Steam and see if Funktronic Labs is listed as both the publisher and developer. Because sometimes you never know. Yeah. So over here on the Steam page, Funktronic Labs is listed as both developer and publisher. So that's what we're going to do on our game profile page. So we will put Funktronic Labs up in here in our game profile page. Funktronic Labs. Does anybody have any questions about anything? Okay. Oh, I need to get the website for Funktronic Labs. Okay, we'll get that in just a second. See, yeah, so what we do is we have the developer listed and we have the publisher listed. Funktronic Labs. And then the other thing that we want to do is we want to grab the actual developer's webpage. Okay, so Tom Lloyd has a question. When will Standout VR come out on the Quest? The answer is December 13th, 2019. And that is a complete and utter guess. I mean, that is just a complete and utter guess. But could you imagine if that shit was like dead on the money? I would be like #1 psychic. Funktronic Labs. Okay, so we're going to go to the Funktronic Labs webpage, which this is it right here. And these guys, as you can see, they developed Cosmic Trip. They developed Wave Break, which I've never heard of that one. And they're developing Fuji right now as we speak. And Fuji, by the way, folks, is coming out. So I'm going to copy this. I'm going to copy their little web page link. And so I'm going to throw that into the publisher part. So if somebody went to our website here, if they clicked on Fuji, they saw Fuji in a ranking and they clicked on it, they go to the game profile page. And if they clicked on the developer button or the publisher button, it will take them to Funktronic Labs. So that is the idea. Okay, now this is the Oculus Quest page that I'm making right now for Fuji. So now I need the link to the Oculus Store. So we are going to go to the Oculus Store. Let's see, Oculus Quest Experiences. Okay. Yeah, Tom Lloyd says, sweet. So you got that December 13th, right? Book it. It will be there. Let's see, what is another question? Have you seen Moon Rider, the website? No, I have not. Okay, so now we're in the Oculus Quest store, which it's nice that we finally have a store. Okay, and here's Fuji. It's coming soon. I'm going to click on this. Is this going to give me the actual? Yeah, okay, so cool. So this is the actual little page here, and it's already gotten 5 stars. No one's played it yet, but it's got 5 stars. And so we copy this, and then that will take someone to that store page. Do we know what the price is of Fuji? You know what? I could crowdsource some work from you guys. What is the price of Fuji? Do we know? I mean, we probably don't know the price. But if we did know the price, if somebody found out the price, like somebody could maybe check their Discord, or you want to check their Twitter. You might be able to find. That's one of the things about this, though, is like, we don't know prices of things a lot of times until the last possible second. $14.99? Okay, are you serious, Tom? Oh, you're just guessing. Okay, Prince Alexander says, hi, Anthony. What is up, Prince Alexander? Yeah, so just looking at who's in chat right now. Let's see here. We have Tom Lloyd in chat, Hussein X, Phil Yarn, VR Spry Guy, James Hall, not related to Jim Hall, to the best of my knowledge. He was in chat at the very beginning. He was actually the first guy in. So he won a Valve Index. James Hall, congratulations. You won a fake Valve Index. Yeah, you actually did not win a Valve Index. I'm just screwing around. But yeah, so anyways, we're here in Fuji. So we got the store. So yeah, we don't have a price for Fuji, and they don't show a price anywhere. And I don't think we're going to get a price. But let's go back to the Steam page now, because I think there is a release date, right? I think it had an actual release date on the Steam page. Fuji Steam. Fuji VR Steam. Whoops. Steam. Okay, so let's go back to this little Steam page. And yeah, so the release date is June 27th. So I can go ahead and put that information in here as well. Coming June 27th. How nice and convenient. A lot of times we don't get release dates. And what we do at VR Game Rankings is we guesstimate. And sometimes that will actually piss off a developer or publisher. It actually has happened. I've received emails, like, no joke. I've received some emails from people that were like, who told you this was coming out, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, nobody did. We kind of guesstimate our dates. If we don't have a date, we guesstimate it. Dude was not too happy about that. It's kind of funny. But, I mean, I don't think there's a law that says that we can't do that. Because people want to have a date. I mean, well, we don't make up a freaking release date. We make up a release window. So if there's a certain game that is just announced all of a sudden, a lot of times we'll automatically assume it's a fourth quarter game or like first quarter of the next year, unless we have information that says otherwise. If we have information that says otherwise, then we don't do that. So I got all this information in, so now I got to put the release date, and it's June 27th. So is anybody hyped for this game? Like, one of the questions I could ask folks in chat is, did anybody play Cosmic Trip? Because these are the developers of Cosmic Trip. And, so if we go over here to Funktronic Labs and I click on this, let's see what these guys have done so far. So yeah, Cosmic Trip was one of their big releases back on May 24th, 2017. They also did Star Bear Taxi. They did Nova 111. So they've done a handful of games. A lot of people really liked Cosmic Trip. I played it and I didn't really figure it out. Like, I never really got a good feel for it, but I didn't give it a ton of time. Like, I didn't spend hours trying to figure it out. So I kind of gave up on it a little bit early. Star Bear Taxi, I played that a little bit as well, and that was kind of cute for just a, relatively cheap, small, little nice game. So I did play Star Bear Taxi. That was all right. Fuji is, I don't even know if this is a game. So it says a magical musical hike through lush chromatic VR wilderness, bring dormant landscapes back to life by restoring native flora through light, water, and harmony, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so what I'm going to do though is I'm going to minimize that. I need to open up another window here. Throw this over here. Yeah, so let's see here. What do I want to do now? So I'm going to go back to Funktronic Labs website. Okay. And so a lot of times what I'll do is I kind of take the description that the developer, they just straight go to Steam. They like send you right to Steam. But go ahead and grab this here and edit text. Okay. So yeah, I probably should have done a different thing than making like a game profile page. This is probably one of the boringest things I do from this kind of a standpoint. Like what I could have done instead is like try to do some ranking lists and stuff because of some rankings that I need to update. But let's see, where's my, okay, back to Chrome over here. Yeah, so haven't really been working on VR game rankings very much, and I feel bad about it because, see, the thing is I've done too much work on it already to just completely give up on it. So I can't just completely give up on VR game rankings. But somebody would probably say, dude, you might as well. Like, what are you doing? You haven't made any money from it. Like, a lot of people don't even know about it. So what's the point? The point is I've invested just too many goddamn hours. I just cannot give up on it. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is on these images, I'm going to actually like name the image. So the way I name the image is Fuji, Fuji by Funktronic Labs for the HTC Vive, Oculus Rift, Oculus Quest, and Window and Valve Index. The Valve Index. Yeah, this is specially designed for the Valve Index by the creative people at Funktronic Labs. Okay, so the little logo, I'm going to name that as well. So I just name it Fuji by Funktronic Labs logo. That's simple enough. We just name these pictures. So sometimes they'll come up in a Google search. Like, dude, sometimes you'll search for like some game and on you'll just do a Google image search for some game, and every once in a while you'll actually see that the image is from VR Game Rankings. Like, I see that every once in a while. It actually happens. It's kind of crazy. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, so Hussein X says, I've just realized I'm watching VR Game Rankings channel, not VR 365. Yeah, this is a test of the National Broadcasting System, and I don't have like a special window made for VR Game Rankings. So I'm using the VR 365 OBS setup. I've got chat, I've got a picture of me, and then this is the website that I'm grabbing like information from if or we're looking for information or anything like that. Okay, so now I'm still in this game profile page. Okay, now I got to check the mobile version. Almost done. Checking the mobile version, and we have to alter a few things on the mobile version. So, of course, this would go a lot faster if I wasn't talking to anybody. But yeah, so what I'm doing right now, if somebody has just tuned in, this is what I'm calling a work stream. This is for insomniacs. This has been carefully designed for people that are having tremendous problems sleeping, and they want something just incredibly boring so that they can get some really good shut-eye. They can catch some Z's. And so if you're looking for some Z's, go ahead and subscribe to VR Game Rankings YouTube channel. Who could imagine I would do a video on VR Game Rankings YouTube channel? But yeah, I'm doing it on the VR Game Rankings YouTube channel because I don't want to clog up VR 365 with a freaking work stream. Like, who gives an F about a work stream? But you know, the way I thought of this idea of doing a work stream is I thought, you know what? Well, first of all, I'm working on VR Game Rankings while I'm doing it. That's a bonus. You know, and I can be online with other people, so I feel like I'm with people. You know, I feel like I'm in a multiplayer game right now, even though I'm the only one playing and everybody else is just kind of watching from the outside. Okay, so basically, we're pretty much done with this Fuji game profile page, so I will add it to the website here in just a second. But now what I got to do is the Google SEO for this page. So I go into my little Google SEO section. And so what I do, like when I'm making a game profile page, I actually take an existing game profile page that is alphabetically the closest. So for this, it was Fugl, you know, by Team Fugl. That is not out yet for the Oculus Rift. As far like Fugl still hasn't come out, right? Okay, so this is Fuji by Funktronic Labs for the Oculus Rift, Valve Index, and Oculus Quest. Yeah, we only get, oh, that's too long. Okay, so we'll do Rift. Maybe I'll just call it Rift S. No, I don't do Rift S. So I'll just say for the Rift, Valve Index, and Oculus Quest. Let's see if we can fit that in. Yeah, okay. We can fit that in. So yeah, what we do is we copy an existing game profile page that would either be right above or right below whatever this game is. And then I just change everything. I change the title image. We just change everything appropriate to whatever the game is. And then I got to go into like the Google SEO and I got to change all of this. Like all this says, this is the VR Game Rankings game profile page for Fugl VR by Team Fugl. So now I got to change all this to Funktronic Labs and to Fuji by Funktronic Labs for the Oculus Rift, Valve Index, Oculus Quest, and Oculus Rift S. We'll just go ahead and throw that in there for the hell of it. Okay, so we got that. Okay, now the URL is copy of Fugl. Well, we definitely don't want to do that. That is amateur hour like a mofo. There have been times where I've had pages that were live that were copies of other pages. Like I forgot to change that, and that is like really embarrassing if anybody actually noticed it. Good news is very few people notice it. Okay, so I've finished the rough draft basically of the game profile page. Ideally, what I would do is I would go read a bunch of articles about Fuji and I would write my own custom breakdown preview of the game. I haven't done that, so I've just kind of used some of the basic information that the developer has already provided themselves. And then, so now I'm going to go to the Oculus Quest 20 most wanted games. The top 20 most wanted Oculus Quest games. So I'm going to go there, and I will add, and then I'm going to go into, oops, that's the Oculus Rift, wrong category there. Okay, yeah. So this is A Cure for Insomnia. So now we're in the top 20 most wanted Oculus Quest games. Okay, so I'm in the right place here. And now I just got to find the Fuji part of it. Okay, here's Fuji, change images. And then I'm going to go ahead and add the brand new game profile page that I just made for Fuji. So now, if somebody were to randomly go to this area, they would actually be able to click on Fuji. There would be a game profile page. Prior to right now, there would not have been a game profile page. They would not be able to click on it. Not that it's a big deal, but it's ideal. Like if you're going to have a top 20, you would like to have every game to have a legitimate game profile page for every single game. That's ideal. But yeah, I mean, you know, this working on this website is kind of like I do it when I can. It's a do it when I can sort of a deal. Okay, so let me go ahead and say that this has been updated. We'll just say June 8th since it's damn near June 8th. And I will go ahead and say publish. Okay, so we went ahead and published that. Okay, so now let's go back over here. And let's go let's go back to VR Game Rankings. This is so exciting, isn't it? Oh my God, breaking news. Breaking news, ladies and gentlemen, the Valve Index has now been canceled. Oh my God, I can't believe it. Gaben announced it. He said, you know what? We just didn't have enough people interested in the Valve Index. We canceled the entire project. See you guys next year. Breaking news. Okay, so we're going to go to the top 20 most wanted Oculus Questicles. These are the top 20 most wanted Oculus Questicles as voted by you, the gamer. Actually, no. So the way VR Game Rankings works, yeah, I'm still live. I am all the way live. Mainfan.com. Dude, Mainfan, if you want to call in and Skype it up, we can Skype you in right now, bro. Okay, so here's the thing. So this is VR Game Rankings, right? And this is the top 20 most wanted Oculus Quest games. You can see updated monthly, last updated right now, June 8th. I just did that. And so like when we put our cursor, it becomes a hand because we can click on these things. We can click on these things. And the first thing that I couldn't click on was Fuji, but guess what? Now I can. So let's click on it, ladies and gentlemen. There it is. Oh my God, how incredible. It is a game profile page has been born. A game profile page has been born live on a YouTube stream. This is Fuji by developer Funktronic Labs, publisher Funktronic Labs, the platform Oculus Store. Okay, wait, no, that shouldn't say Oculus Store. Okay, I got to change that. Okay, hold on. Because this is very specifically the Oculus Quest page for this game. See, I'm going to make it like a regular PC VR page, and then I'm going to have a separate Oculus Quest page. And so the platform should say Oculus Quest. So we do have a mistake. We've seen our first mistake, the horror. The horror. Yes, mistakes are made on a regular basis. Okay. Oh man, there's so many like typographical errors, spelling errors. Okay, so this is Oculus Quest. This is the very specific Oculus Quest page. It has been designed 100% with the Oculus Quest in mind. Anything else would be uncivilized. So here we are. So I updated that. Okay, so now we're going to go back over here and we're going to try to refresh this. Let's give it a nice little refresh. Okay, now it says Oculus Quest. Yay! It says Oculus Quest. Yeah, okay, so here it is. This is the Fuji game profile page. Yeah, Mainfan's about to fall asleep. Dude, this is a cure for insomnia, Mainfan. This will help you fall asleep. Like, this will straight up make you fall asleep. Mainfan says Anthony is still live. No, this is the VR Game Rankings YouTube channel, guys. And VR Pro is coming to us from a cabin in Quebec. How cold is it out there, VR Pro? Are you like in the snow or is it like summertime over there? Oh, James Hall says, nice, looks good. VR Pro says, what errors? Well, the error was it said Oculus Store. I want this to say Oculus Quest very specifically. But yeah, so this is a game profile page. It's real simple, real basic, nothing special. But if I click on this button, right here, so I'll click on this, it takes us to Funktronic Labs, which is nice. I click on the developer, it takes us to Funktronic Labs because sometimes these would be two different things. You click on this, it'll take you to the Oculus Store, to the page for Fuji. That's the way it should work. This, you click on it, oh, you know what? That should not be linked to anything. Okay, wait, hold on. This should not be linked to anything. Okay, that's fine. Add a link. Okay, so I guess that's all right. So yeah, that's not linked to anything. It just highlights, but it's not linked. Okay, you click on this, like it would have a price there normally when we'd have a price, and that would take you to the Oculus Store page as well. So that's kind of how it works. And then, there is you could watch the game trailer if you wanted to. It connects to YouTube, and then you've got the game trailer right there. So it's just, basic, simple little game profile page, nothing special, nothing elaborate. But the idea is that if somebody went to the rankings, if somebody went to, oops, I'm in the wrong section here. Okay, wait, where am I? I'm on the wrong browser. Here we go. Okay, the idea is that if somebody goes to this rankings, they would like to be able to click on these games because they might want to know more about it. Like there could be some rando person that is completely out of the blue that doesn't know anything about it. Oh, James Hall is claiming his prize. He is claiming a fake Valve Index. I will email that to you immediately, James Hall. Oh, your fake Valve Index already arrived. That is awesome. That is incredibly fast shipping. VR Pro says a bear came out of the middle of nowhere. You better stay inside and lock your doors good. Okay, so what was I doing now? Yeah, so anyway, we're over here. And so let's say some random person came out of the blue and was like, oh, I want to know what the most wanted Oculus Quest games are. And they're looking at this list. They're like Vacation Simulator, The Climb, Pavlov VR, Rakuten X. What the hell is Rakuten X? They can click on Rakuten X and they can go to this game profile page. And we're telling you, Rakuten X is coming in the third quarter of this year. It is guaranteed. It is locked. Okay, now see, I actually wrote this one because I know about Rakuten X and I have a real take on Rakuten X. So do you guys want me to read this to you like it's story time? Okay, everybody get your cookies and your warm milk. Get nice and cozy in the covers. This is story time with Papa Bear. Okay. I remember the first time I heard about wireless adapters for VR headsets. One game instantly popped into my head, Rakuten X. I'm not sure there's any other VR game that would benefit more from wireless than Rakuten X. So when we heard about the standalone Oculus Quest, it made all the sense in the world for Rakuten X to hit this new platform. Still, for the longest time, we didn't hear a peep about Rakuten X coming to the Quest. Well, great news, Quest fans. One Hamza has confirmed the game is coming to the Quest. And not only that, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to support cross-buy with Rift. They also released a brand new trailer showing one of the developers playing the game in the middle of the Sahara Desert. You can check out the brand new trailer below and get hyped. Get hyped, bro. And so, yeah, this is the game profile page. And yeah, we do have a trailer. And yeah, he is in the freaking Sahara. I think these guys are in like Israel or something. So he's actually in like a real effing desert. Like this dude is like, that's where they filmed Tatooine. And he's basically in the same spot. He's right in the same spot where they filmed Tatooine. So yeah, Rakuten X, man, I think it's, look, I am hyped for this. You know, one of the things we could talk about real quick here is on a serious note, okay, James Hall says, on a serious note, Valve did send me an email today confirming shipping address. But you're in the first wave, right? I don't know anybody in the second wave that has received any emails for anything. But my question is, I don't know if there's any Oculus Quest gamers that are in chat right now, but what is your most wanted game? I tried to come up with 20 that I think are the most wanted. A lot of people would probably say Pavlov is number one. But here's the thing. If I'm creating a top 20 most wanted, ideally, I would love it if I had people submitting their own top 20s. And ideally, I would have like 50, 60, 70 people submitting me a top 20 most wanted Oculus Quest game list. And then I would take all that information and I would come up with an actual top 20 based on these 70 lists, right? Well, unfortunately, we need a bare minimum of 30 lists to be able to run our little algorithm system. So if we don't get 30 lists, then we have to create it ourselves. And so I have to create it myself. And because right now, well, in our FAQs, it's like the VR Game Rankings editors get together and they create the list. Well, right now I am the sole editor for VR Game Rankings. I'm the sole guy working for VR Game Rankings, and so I do the list. So I made this list. And when I make the list, I don't want to think about the most diehard VR gamer that watches MRTV and he watches Sweeviver and he watches Cass and Cherry and he watches Virtual Reality Oasis and he watches Nathy and he watches Ben Plays VR and he watches this guy and he watches that guy, yada, yada, yada. I'm not making a list for that guy. I'm trying to make a list for the average Oculus Quest owner out there. And there's a lot of regular Joe Blows. There's a lot of regular Joe Schmoes. There's a lot of Sally Walmarts out there. And I'm trying to think about them and the hardcore people as well. And I'm trying to think about an overall bundle of people. And so my personal belief is the single most wanted Oculus Quest game that is currently not available, that is a known and locked in commodity, to me is Vacation Simulator by Alchemy Labs, which is expected later this year. Tentatively, we have it in the fourth quarter. Now, Alchemy Labs would probably say, bro, we didn't say when this thing's coming out. We just said later this year. But we put things into quarters, so hopefully they'll understand. I put it into the fourth quarter. I think that's the best estimation right about now. It's either third quarter, fourth quarter, or first quarter 2020, so I put it in fourth quarter. But right now, basically, Vacation Simulator, in my opinion, would be the number one most wanted Oculus Quest game that isn't currently available. If you consider everybody out there, like the masses of people. Now, if you go to the hardcore people, Pavlov would be number one. But I don't want to just go to the hardcore people. So this is the list that we have right now. So we've got, you can see it right here, Vacation Simulator. Let's go to the next one. This is The Climb by Crytek, and it's interesting. We've never seen a screenshot or a video. We haven't seen anything about The Climb. We've heard about it. We know The Climb is confirmed for the Oculus Quest. It is being made by Crytek. I have it tentatively scheduled for fourth quarter 2019, but at a certain point, I might have to switch that to first quarter 2020 if we continue to if time continues, we still don't hear anything about it. Okay, here's Pavlov. Number 3, Dave Vills, coming summer of 2018. And if you want to sideload that puppy, you can sideload it right here and right now. And you could be playing this immediately. But my guesstimation is it will hit the Oculus Store in a couple of months. I mean, I would think it would, but maybe not. Maybe we're looking more, maybe it doesn't come out until October officially or something. I don't know. We'll have to see. But right now, tentatively scheduled for summer 2019. Okay, the next one, Racket and X by One Hamza, tentatively scheduled for summer 2019. Now remember, summer extends all the way into September. So if this comes out, okay, Nostos. So here's one that people could be excited about. A lot of other people could be excited about this. Nostos by NetEase Games. We've got it tentatively scheduled for fourth quarter. I kind of doubt it. Like I'd probably be better off saying like first quarter 2020 for this on the Quest. I mean, I'd probably, if somebody said, hey, do you want to make a bet? I bet you $10 that Nostos will be available on the Oculus Quest this year. Are you going to take the bet, yes or no? I'd be like, okay, how about this? How about I put up 10, and if it doesn't come out in 2019, you give me 20. All right, I'll do that because I do think this is probably not going to make this year. That's just my gut instinct. Now, maybe it makes PC VR this year, but I don't think the Quest version is going to make it this year. But that's just my gut instinct. That's my Nostradamus special. Okay, so let's go to the next one. Number 6, Pixel Rip 1989. Don't forget about this, guys. Pixel Rip 1989 is still coming to the Oculus Quest. They're banging away on this baby. We've got it as a third quarter 2019 release. Okay, go to the next one. 11 table. Oh, whoops. I wasn't supposed to do that. Back, I'm sorry. I was up here. I was going through these. So let's go through these. Where were we at? Okay, here. One more. Okay, so here we are. 11 Table Tennis VR. It is coming from 4Fun Labs, summer 2019. This is one that a lot of people are excited about. It's kind of funny that we got that other Racket Fury game before we get 11 Table Tennis VR. So Racket Fury, the downside for any of the, like even like one Hamza, Racket and X, 11 Table Tennis VR, it's kind of a downside that there's already a ping pong game out there. So some people are going to be satiated with that. Okay, now here's Phantom Covert Ops. It's a new game. It's got a new trailer. You're in a canoe. People are excited about it. This should be ranked a lot higher, right? Well, I don't believe in just ranking something high just because it recently had a trailer. Again, I'm thinking of the average Oculus people out there. And so us hardcore VR nut jobs, we know all about Phantom Covert Ops because we follow all these websites, we see all the trailers, people talk about it because people are desperate for any news, and so it gets banged into our heads. But for the regular consumers out there, they probably have very little awareness of this Phantom Covert Ops, and that's why it's ranked there at number 8. Number 9, Shadow Legend VR. This is coming to the Oculus Quest. It has been confirmed for the Oculus Quest. Now, this is another one where I don't know about that fourth quarter 2019. Probably looking at first quarter 2020 for Shadow Legend. Also coming to PlayStation VR, so they're going to try to water it down on both of these babies. Number 10, Sariento. Sariento VR by Mixed Realms. We've got it as a third quarter 2019. They're finally getting it out for PlayStation VR. I know they are banging away on the Quest game. So that is our 10th most wanted Oculus Quest game. That is a known commodity. Number 11, Chronos. And this is a mistake right here. Do you see it says third quarter 2019? I don't think Chronos is coming in the third quarter. See, we have it fourth quarter right here. So there's a mistake. I found a mistake live on air, ladies and gentlemen. Live on air mistakes. So I've got to correct that mistake. Yeah, see, originally we thought Chronos might be a third quarter 2019 release for the Quest. Now we believe it is going to be a fourth quarter release for the Oculus Quest. So let me go back to this page so I can make... The reason why I think it's now fourth quarter is we haven't seen a screenshot. We haven't heard nothing. The only thing we have is it was in that one trailer. People saw it in there. So we know that Chronos is coming to the Quest, but we just haven't seen anything on it. So it's like, until I get something, like we got to have something more tangible for me to not put it into the fourth quarter. Because the fourth quarter is like the dumping grounds. You dump everything into the fourth quarter unless you know for sure that it has no chance of making the fourth quarter. So, okay, so let's go ahead and publish that. Okay, so we went ahead and published that. Okay, so you see this says third quarter 2019. Let's go ahead and refresh. Let's go ahead and refresh this. And it's going to go back to the beginning here. So let's cycle through. We're at like, what, number 10 or something? So this is really exciting, right? This is like super freaking compelling content. Okay, there it is. Fourth quarter, bro. Amazing. Magic. It's like magic. It's like magic. So yeah, Chronos, we've got it tentatively scheduled for fourth quarter. That should probably work pretty good on the Oculus Quest. Okay, the Under Presents. This is an interesting little thing right here. This is by Tinderclaws / Piehole. This is a fourth quarter 2019, tentatively scheduled, right? Now let's click on this. Don't I have a game profile page for this? Okay, wait a minute. Why am I not able to click on this? Okay, we've got another problem. See, this is how we find problems. This is why I should probably do this more. See, I made a game profile page for the Under Presents. Wait, it does have a game profile page linked to it. Okay, so if maybe I click here? That's weird. I guess you can't click it. Why do I link pages over there? That's weird. But anyway, let's go down here. Okay, so here's the Under Presents. It's our 12th most wanted Oculus Quest game. Probably more of an experience than a game. But let's click on it and check it out. And yeah, coming fourth quarter 2019. And I believe I actually wrote this myself. I didn't just take the information off of a website. It says the Under Presents. So here, again, get the nice warm cookies. Get that warm cup of milk. Are you snuggled in your covers? Aw, you're tucked in. You're a good little baby bear. Okay, now let me read you a nice little bedtime story, everybody. The Under Presents is one of the more unusual pieces of software headed to the Oculus Quest later this year. This is a collaboration between Tinderclaws, celebrated developer of the cult classic virtual reality, and Pi-hole, a scrappy New York-based theater company. Pi-hole has a habit of exploring new artistic mediums. This time, VR is the canvas. You see, the Under Presents isn't really a game. No, it's not. Instead, it's an interactive theater experience, a vaudeville stage that exists in another dimension. It exists in another dimension, outside of our current time and space. You're guided by a mysterious proprietor as you encounter a number of live and pre-recorded acts that you can interface with. The bottom line is we trust in developer Tinderclaw. Tinderclaw? Okay, there's another mistake. See how we find these mistakes, folks? This is how you find the mistakes, by talking about it live on air and realizing, God damn it, Tinderclaw, developer Tinderclaw. They've got a single freaking claw. Okay, they've got a single freaking claw. We messed that up. No, they're Tinderclaws. Okay, so this is called the Under Present, so it's probably under you for under. Yeah, there it is, the Under Presents. So I'm going to go ahead and jump into this game profile page real quick in my editor, which is off screen that you won't see. The man needs to stay behind the curtain. And so I'm going to add an S to Tinderclaws. Yay! I added an S. So let's go ahead and publish this, and we will be back in business. There we go. How beautiful is that? Okay, so we'll go back over here. We will hit the refresh button. We will hit the refresh button. And there it is. Okay, the bottom line is we trust in developer Tinderclaws and expect anything they produce to be equal parts fascinating and entertaining. Yeah, I wrote that, guys. Do you like it? As a, I have no degree in English or literature or anything like that, but I can pretend. I slept at a Mobile 6 last night. It was ghetto as hell, but I got a little bit of sleep and I woke up and I decided that I was a journalist. Okay, so publisher Tinderclaws. So let's go to their website. We can go to the Tinderclaws the Tinderclaws website, virtual reality. You can see that is probably what they're most well known for. They do have the Under Presents. They have Tindar, which actually is an AR thingamajiggy. Okay, so let's go back here. Now, if we click on this one takes us to Pi-hole. And so Pi-hole, as I said before, they are a scrappy New York-based theater company. They have a habit of exploring new artistic mediums, and this time they're messing around with VR. And so these guys are working together with Tinderclaws. Kind of looks like Stranger Things a little bit with the little lights going on and everything. But they're basically like a theater company. They're working with Tinderclaws. And it's said that you're going to encounter a number of live and pre-recorded acts. So I got to imagine they're actually going to have these people do these different acts. These are the people that are going to do the acts. It's going to be kind of like virtual reality. It's going to be like this weird trippy ass thing. And you're going to have a lot of weird, wacky things that you're probably going to be able to experience. So I think that's what Tinderclaws is. So this is the game profile page for that. But just giving you kind of an example. And so if we go to platforms, see, the problem is we don't have a page for this. There is no Oculus Quest page on the store. So if you click on this, I just take you to the Under Presents part of Tinderclaw's website, which I think does make sense until we have a legitimate page. And over here, folks, if you click on this ad, The History of the Future by Blake J. Harris. Okay, so if you're in the US of A, the good old US of A, and if you click on that, you end up buying something from Amazon, I might get a red nickel. Maybe. I might get a red nickel, maybe. But if you're in like the UK or if you're in like Sweden or something, I don't get diddly. It's kind of sucks the way that works. But yeah, that's the game profile page for the Under Presents. So yeah, we have that one at number 12. So I'm going to try to go back now. Most wanted, top 20 most wanted Oculus Quest games. It's loading up. Okay, so let me go back to our regular page over here. So let's see. Move this all the way up here. Yeah, it's about time for me. I'm going to be stopping pretty soon here. And I am going to play some VR games and then probably go to bed. But I just thought this is a little test of the National Broadcasting System. And so, okay, so this doesn't want to go back. Whoops. Oh, damn it. I didn't mean to go here. Okay, whoa, this is a hell of an old page. This is like an ancient ass page on this website that I haven't visited in freaking forever. Oh my God, like 2017. Okay, so yeah, here we are. So this is back on the page. So yeah, we're up to number 12, the Under Presents. Number 13, we have Groundhog Day. You guys are, okay, wait a minute. Is anybody in chat? Am I still streaming? Is this even alive? Because nobody has done anything in chat in the longest time. Is this still going? Are we still live, folks? Am I on the intro nets? I've got 8 people watching, 8 people sleeping. There's 8 people sleeping right now, assuming that there really are 8 people sleeping. There's 8 insomniacs. Oh, okay, there we go. So Main Fan is alive. So we do have some people alive. I just wanted to make sure there were people that were alive. Yep, Phil, Ned, yep. So yeah, that Groundhog Day VR. So remember just the other day, guys, I was talking about The Invisible Hours, the first VR movie. Pretty incredible experience. That was Tequila Works. Well, this is their next project. It is Groundhog Day VR. So that one is there. Then we got Fuji. That's the one that we made the new game profile page from. We've got Death Horizon. You know, this game, Death Horizon, I got to tell you, this looks pretty cool. So this was on the Gear VR, the Daydream, and the Oculus Go, but it's being upported to Oculus Quest. I think it looks cool. I don't know if it really is cool, but I think it does look cool. The developer is Dream Dev Studio. We have this as a third quarter 2019 release for the Oculi Quest. So let's go ahead and go back. But yeah, I think that one looks pretty sweet. The Brookhaven Experiment, one of the most underrated games on planet Earth, in my opinion. Brookhaven doesn't get anywhere near the love that that game deserves. Okay, Honor and Duty D-Day. This game has a little bit of hype. This is by Strange Game Studios, Oculus Quest, fourth quarter 2019. And I wrote this one. I could read this for you. So, do you have your cookies? Do you have your warm milk? Let's do this. Honor and Duty D-Day appears to be headed to the Oculus Quest. This is very good news for potential Oculus Quest owners. This is about as close as we're going to get. This is about as close as we're going to get to an easy to get into, pick up and play Call of Duty style game on the Quest right away. Okay, now that is a run-on sentence like a mofo, but I'm going to go ahead and leave that one. That is dude, let's read this again. This is about as close as we're going to get to an easy to get into, pick up and play Call of Duty style game on the Quest right away. It's basically like the lyrics to a rhyme or something. The real question, of course, is how quickly can Strange Game Studios adapt their winning formula to an Oculus Quest port? The good news on this front is that the game is already sporting a very low poly Minecraftian art style on PlayStation VR. So making the transition to the Snapdragon 835 shouldn't be too painful. Do you guys see my dog every once in a while? He's kind of old. To the Snapdragon 835 shouldn't be too painful. Hopefully the network code will be as start over. Hopefully the network code will be as robust and responsive as it's been on PSN. So yeah, Honor and Duty D-Day, this actually is pretty fun. I played this. Have you guys played this? Main fan is busy looking at porn, so he's not paying attention to me. Let's see. So it's like 11 o'clock at night over there, East Coast styley. But yeah, so this is Honor and Duty D-Day. Looking forward to that, because it's such a pick up and play kind of a game. I mean, Pavlov's good for that as well. See, the Honor and Duty D-Day, we didn't know that Pavlov was like locked into the quest at the time of this. Okay, so our number 18, Rhythm of the Universe. Rhythm of the Universe. This is another one where tentatively scheduled for fourth quarter 2019. Okay, here's something I can talk about, guys. We've got 5 people watching. So 3 people got too bored and said, F this shit. This is so freaking boring. I'm about to go slit myself. Okay, look at this logo, y'all. Look at this logo. Not very good. It's not very good because we don't have a legitimate logo for Rhythm of the Universe. So I tried to make one out of thin air, and that's what we ended up with. Okay, and so this is coming fourth quarter. But again, this is one of these things where it's not really coming in the fourth quarter. This is probably coming in the first quarter of 2020 on a good day. Okay, I think I wrote this, so I'm going to go ahead and read this. Okay, here we go. Are you ready, folks? Story time again. Back at Oculus Connect 5 last September, it was revealed that Rhythm of the Universe would be coming to the Oculus Quest platform. CEO of Row2 Entertainment, Jason Parks, said that the Oculus Quest is a piece of... Jason Parks said that the Oculus Quest is a big step toward mainstream acceptance of the VR medium. The game itself is being broken up into 7 distinct episodes, with a new episode arriving every 6 months or so. So I guess this shit's going to finish in like 2025, okay? If you watch the various trailers for the game, it looks like an incredibly ambitious project. A grand, sprawling adventure. I get a strong Avatar, James Cameron vibe from much of the artwork and visual aesthetic. People love that word aesthetic. Have you ever known that? I mean, journalists love that word aesthetic. The real key is whether they'll be able to pull off their grand vision. Also, how much of this vision will need to be scaled back to allow the game to run smoothly on the Questicle. So yeah, that is Row2. This game, we've got a trailer here. Like all good game profile pages should have a trailer. And so if I go halfway through the trailer here, a little bit more than halfway, this might be actual game engine right here, because that looks like a little CGI thing. But I don't know. This could all be like a cartoon. I don't even know what the real game looks like. But yeah, this is probably like the PC VR footage, but it technically is coming to the Oculus Quest. It does look like it's going to be a pretty grand type of a deal. So we do have Rhythm of the Universe at number 18. Number 19 is Covert by White Elk Studios. This is on the go, and we heard that it is coming to the Questicle. And we expect it to come over there, and we expect it to be ported over and probably look a little bit better and play a little bit better. So we're kind of looking forward to that. And then first-person tennis. This one's actually pretty interesting. Okay, so here's one where this is not the Oculus Quest page. And so, if I read this, it says, First-Person Tennis is the first tennis simulator developed for the HTC Vive and Oculus. Yeah, see, this is like an old-ass page. So what I need to do, this is where I need to work. I need to work on this. And I need to make an actual Oculus Quest specific page for this game because it's better that way. But I'm not going to do that right now because it's already 8 something. And this was just a quick little experiment. So yeah, that is the first 20 That is our current top 20 right now for most wanted Oculus Questicles. Now, we also do have a top 60. The problem is I haven't updated it. Like, because most of these games have released. Like, this was the top 60 prior to the release. So I've got to redo this whole thing. Now, the top 20, I can easily redo the top 20, but when I take a lot of these games off of here, there isn't going to be a lot left over. You know, what's left over? Like Ninja Legends is still out there. Quiver Vanguard is still out there. VR Furballs. Okay, so we go to 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. See, we'd only have like a top 28. I've got to find more Oculus Quest games that are coming in the near future. So this is probably going to be changed to the top 40 most wanted Oculus Quest games because we don't have a top 60. So I'm going to change that into a top 40, and I'm going to have to find a top 40, and I'm going to have to update this. But yeah, this is kind of the work that we do over here on VR Game Rankings. We never sleep. We ball till we fall. But anyway, guys, that's pretty much going to do it for this little work stream test. Basically, anybody that sees this, you can go ahead and comment on this video. Is it a freaking shit show? Is this a complete and utter disaster? Or is this something I can do on occasion for shits and giggles? Also, if you do want to support, VR Game Rankings, you can do that, bro. You can do that. PayPal and Patreon, baby. PayPal me, Patreon, it is VR365 on both of them. So if you go to Patreon/VR365, that's where we are. If you go to, I'd have to get the PayPal thing. I don't have the PayPal thing. I need to add that in here. But yeah, you know, I'm not monetized on either channel. So it's the same old crap. I actually got more subs on this channel. Can you believe that? There's more subs on this channel than VR365. And I can tell you the reason why. The reason why is people liked the shorter content better. And so that's kind of where we're going, folks. I hate to say it, but we're going to go to a totally different kind of style. But maybe I could do some of these work streams to kind of alleviate the pain. All right, well, that's going to go ahead and do it. I'm going to go ahead and stop streaming. Man, it's been so long since I've done this way, where I just start a random stream. Normally I set it up as an event. So like I actually stop the stream in OBS and then it stops. All right, well, anyways, that's going to go ahead and do it, guys. Everybody have a wonderful Friday evening. This was just a random test. I'll probably do some more of these. I'll experiment more with these and see if they're entertaining at all. But anyway, that's going to go ahead and do it. See you guys next time. Take it easy. Later.